State agencies in the environmental protection Friday gathered to address issues surrounding the recent oil spillage at the Gambia Petroleum depot in Maninari on May 28, 2022. The agencies included the National Environment Agency, National Disaster Management Agency, Gambia Petroleum, Gambia Ports Authority, PURA, and Gambia Maritime Administration, and the Ministry of Petroleum and Energy. Mafuji Sise has the details of that in this report.
Speaking on behalf of the state institutions, Dr. Dauda Baji stressed that the vessel MTST stroller started discharging heavy fuel at the Mandinaring depot from 3:30 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. and during that morning monitoring, the spillage was detected by Gambia Petroleum at 7 a.m.
The leakage happened during the period of the discharge. Jammeh was able to board the vessel and interview the ship crew, as well as gather evidence from the ship records, which will form part of the records of the investigation.
Momodu Lamin Sompo Sise of Pura indicated that it is not correct to say that the pipeline was neglected, adding that the focus of government agencies is to respond, which has different components, as they first had to find out what happened.
I don't think at this point we can say that the pipeline was neglected. I think the focus of the government agencies is to respond. This response has different components. We first had to find out what happened, because as Dr. Baji mentioned, the first 24 hours was to investigate. Is it from the vessel? Is it on the pipeline? Or is it from the tanks? Once the source of the contamination was established, then we have to do a surveillance together to find out which areas have been affected. And we have to, I think, from the map from NEA, also understand that we are dealing with a very large area, more than 10 to 15 kilometers along the shoreline on both sides. This is a vast amount of area to cover.
Sanat Dahaba is the executive director of the National Disaster Management and has this to say.
We have not reached the level of compensation as of now. I think my understanding of the GP's claim of this 3 million is the operational cost and then the value of what was discharged. I think that's what they were referring to, because you cannot talk about a compensation that has not even been determined. The assessment has not been completed. We don't even know the veracity. We don't even know the scope of the damage. Then compensation, you cannot talk about that now.
For Eyeafrica News, I am Mafuji Sise.